So the read off continues at the damn table, and there's still accusations being thrown out about how Claudia ain't got no clitoris, about how Nene got Roman noodles in the damn head. It's a lot of bullshit. But let me just say this. This episode pretty solidifies the fact that I cannot fucking stand Claudia, and I can't stand Kenya, and I can't stand motherfucking Cynthia. Now, did I just say just last video that I was warming up to Kenya and Claudia? But this episode, I can't stand either one of their motherfucking asses. I really can't. But let me just say this. This whole little read off thing is pretty much a draw to me. I will say that it was nice to see somebody go toe to toe with Nene like Claudia did, because people act like they scared to read. Act like they scared to go in on Nene, act like they scared to read Nene, or is it because Claudia is a little bit quicker on her toes than most people, and Nene can overtalk your motherfucking ass and then keep you from saying what the fuck you got to say? So because she's so quick, that's why she gets a few points. However, just like Justin J said, a lot of those reads that Claudia said, I believe I said some of them. I think that Justin said some of them, and I think Ashley said some of them. I think Bounty said some of them. I think a whole lot of us on the vlogs have said a lot of those things that Claudia said. So she must have been doing all her research, watching every motherfucking Real Housewives review, seeing what the fuck we had to say using our damn reads. So let's just have a seat on that one. Now let me just say this. Nene calls herself feeling bad because her and Claudia got into it. Now, are you really feeling bad because you ran into somebody who is gonna go blow for blow with your ass, or do you really feel bad? I don't know. I think Nene felt a little bit embarrassed because Claudia was going toe to toe for her, going toe to toe with her. Even though Nene got her own little reads in, but Claudia was going back and forth with her ass, and Nene ain't used to nobody besides Sheree reading her ass like a motherfucking book. So I think that's why she really felt bad. And then, but Nene did tell Phaedra that she was a little bit too hard on Demetria. And I said on the last video, I didn't give a fuck about how Phaedra did Demetria, because I just don't like Demetria. But at the same time, it was kind of wrong. She was going in a little bit too hard on Demetria. Despite how funny that shit absolutely was, she still was going a little bit too hard on Demetria. So it's nice to see somebody else point that shit the fuck out. Now I will say this: Kenya, Cynthia, and Claudia, that's all the fuck they ever do is talk about Nene, especially Cynthia. Cynthia will start off a conversation talking about Nene. I really believe that her head being up Nene pussy is well missed, because she cannot stop talking about Nene. And then Kenya want to say something, but when they was at the table, she had nothing to say. She said it on her breath, and she let one of her minions do it. I mean, these three motherfuckers right here get on my motherfucking nerves. I cannot stand Kenya, Cynthia, or Claudia. I really can't. Okay, so Phaedra and Demetria, they talk over their issues, but Demetria is the only one that apologizes. And I honestly feel like Phaedra owes Demetria an apology just as much as Demetria owes her an apology. I really don't think Demetria needed to apologize to Phaedra for a damn thing, to be quite honest. I think that Phaedra should have apologized to Demetria because Demetria was the one that was offended. So I do feel like at the end of the day, despite my feelings about Demetria, and despite how much I dislike her and how much I really didn't give a fuck about how Phaedra read her, at the end of the day, she's still wrong for that at the end of it all. Like, she does not, she doesn't really owe Phaedra anything. She doesn't really owe Phaedra an apology. Phaedra owes her one. And if you didn't notice, Demetria did all that apologizing, and at the end of the day, she still stood up there and didn't apologize to Demetria. Phaedra still didn't apologize to her. I didn't hear her say, I'm sorry, or I apologize for anything. Like, I do feel like she should have apologized at the end of the day. That's how I feel. So I don't think that Demetria owes her anything. Demetria shouldn't have apologized for a damn thing. But I think that she was being the bigger woman and apologizing to Phaedra. Even though I do applaud her for doing it, for being a bigger woman, I still don't think that she owed Phaedra shit, because Phaedra was reading her first and clowning her first and asking her if she smoked crack and all types of offensive ass shit. So Phaedra should have been the one to apologize, not Demetria. Okay, so Candy holds the beach party. And the thing about her holding the beach party is because she wants to bring everybody together and try to see if they can all get along. And she wants to throw another bedroom candy party. Honestly, I am really, like, burnt out on candies, little bedroom candy parties. I get it. You trying to promote your product, but how many more candy coated nights and how many more times do we have to have another bedroom candy party for us to get the point? You want to promote your product, but damn, like we have a damn bedroom candy party every other episode. So then, we sit up there and everybody seems to be having fun. They playing hot potato with the little vibrator that Candy got and everything like that. So, the party seems to be a little bit tame. It's not too much, ain't nothing like the dinner table scene, but they're pretty much having a splendid time, which is good because, don't none of them really like each other. And at this point in time, it goes to show you that there are two separate cliques. There's Nene, Portia, and Phaedra. There's Kenya, Claudia, Cynthia, and Demetria with Candy dead smack in the middle. So it's pretty much just like the Talls versus the Smalls. Yet a fucking again. It's just that Nene is on the small side now, and King and them is the Talls at this point. But I'm not here for that whole team pretty, team beastly shit. I just think that's real immature. So I'm just gonna say Team Nene, Team Kenya. That's what I'm gonna say. You got Team Nene on this side, you got Team Kenya on that side, because you got to say Team Nene and you got to say Team Kenya, because Kenya is an alpha female, Nene is an alpha female. Kenya is a star of the show, Nene is a star of the show. You just got to give them credit where it's due. I don't like Kenya, but I know what it is. She is one of the biggest people on the show, one of the biggest Real Housewives on the show. Like, you can't save Real Housewives of Atlanta without thinking of Nene or Kenya more at this fucking point. Kenya really came in and turned this shit around when it was getting boring as hell and dull as a motherfucker. So I can get her that much, but come on now. So let's get into the whole incident with the van. Now, they're on their way to go see Demetria perform. And, you got the cliques all broke apart again. And then that's when Nene decides to reach out to Claudia. She already said that she felt like she was wrong. So she reached out to Claudia to say she was sorry. But Claudia really wasn't trying to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? Even though she said, her little mean ass shit too. But at the end of the day, she wasn't really ready to just let the damn, let the shit go. Talking about double standards. I think that is double standards amongst both groups, to be quite honest, because Kenya, Cynthia, and Claudia are the ones who act like they ain't messy and that they don't never take their digs, but they do take their digs, and half the time they do it behind the other girl's back. But the difference between Nene and them, they're gonna do it in your face. So that's why they want to say that they so nasty and so damn rude, but they are just as nasty and just as rude as the rest of them. They take their digs just like Nene and them take theirs. Ain't no party innocent in the situation, so I wish they would stop doing this shit. And Claudia just sitting up here, you know what I'm saying, just going in. And even after Nene pick her nose ass apologized. Not saying that she had to just, sit up there and accept her apology, but I'm just over Kenya, especially about this tiny shit and the way she went in on her, and then that video that came out about her, saying all that bullshit about dark-skinned people when her whole damn storyline is about her being biracial. Like, bitch, have a motherfucking see. You are faking. You a motherfucking fraud, and you would do anything for some motherfucking airtime. You came on this show just so you can feel like you can take down Nene. That's the motherfucking point. I just don't like Claudia, and she's nothing but Kenya's minion, just like Portia ain't nothing but Nene's minion. They both, Kenya and Nene, got they set of minions. She got Claudia for her minion, she got Portia for her motherfucking minion. They both got a damn minion apiece on this motherfucking show. So I wish they would stop trying to call each other out for having minions, because they both got them. But my whole point is, Nene's apology wasn't sincere, and that's why Claudia didn't want to accept it. So then, that's when Portia decides to chime in and say, well, Nene apologized, so why won't you just accept it and move on so we can have a good night? Now, everybody said that Portia never should have chimed in, but let's not forget, the whole reason why that whole read-off even happened is because the shit that was going on between Phaedra and Demetria. Claudia decided that she wanted to jump in and say her piece, so why couldn't Portia jump in and say her piece? But everybody want to talk about double standards. So, both sides are hypocritical, if you ask me, or in Portia's words, both sides are contradictory. Portia, if you don't know the usage of a big word, just don't use this shit. Like, damn, like, my like for you has been dwindling for the last few episodes because you make yourself sound stupid and look stupid every fucking week. Just shut up and sit back and look pretty for once and sell your go naked hair. Just stop it. So that's when Claudia decides that, because after Portia said what she said, she decides to go in on Portia because Portia was sitting up there laughing and kikiing at her and Nene going back and forth. And this is what made me fucking pissed off with Claudia. And it's not because it's Portia, but right is right and wrong is wrong. Portia wasn't the only one laughing and kikiing at the situation. Candy was laughing too. So why the fuck did you just choose Portia to go after and not Candy? Because Candy was laughing too. She was laughing at your ass too. I heard her squeaky voice ass laughing. So why the fuck couldn't you go in on her? But yeah, you want to pick Portia to go in on. See, that's the type of shit I'm talking about. You want to go in on a motherfucker that you feel like gonna do shit, and you want to go in on a motherfucker that you feel like is weak. That's that bullshit I be talking about, and I'm not feeling that shit. Like, you could have easily went in on Candy too. I would have respected you more if you really had a problem with them laughing, that you would have went on everybody that was laughing. But you decided to just go in on Portia. You been having it out for Portia ever since that Ricky Smiley morning show shit, when she was throwing you shade about that King and stuff. That's why I feel like you really went in on Portia, and you went in on Portia because you felt like it and you wanted to make your mark on the show. That's the only reason. I would really accepted it more if you went in on both Candy and Portia. But you decided to just go in on Portia when she wasn't even the only bitch laughing. You was just dying to spill that tea about her, you know, allegedly fucking and married African. And I don't know if that shit true or not. But I don't even know if that shit true about you fucking Tom Joyner and coming between his marriage. So I don't know if that shit true either. But all I got to say is, Claudia, fuck you. I do not like you, and this episode intensifies my dislike for you. When I'm getting ready to like y'all motherfucking ass, that's when y'all really want to fuck up. So it is what it is. So Demetria has has a performance. The performance was okay. Demetria really can sing, but she just needs better music though. I wasn't feeling the songs at all, but I do think that she can sing though, and she did okay for what it was. But that's all I really got to say about this review. I'm just not feeling Claudia at all. It's not really Kenya to say, but Kenya is just gonna get red just because she's in association with Claudia, because I really don't like Claudia at all, and I started off not liking her anyway, but I really don't like her now. So it is what it is. I just feel like she does everything for airtime, and that's probably why she got a peach, because she started spilling tea, so to speak. That's why she got a peach over everybody else. But you know, it is what it is. But that's just my review on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I'm out of here, you guys. Peace.